Hi everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to Recipe Wednesday. My name is Shauna Thomas and my company is Hockey Snacks, and I am a nutritionist, so it is my job to teach people about healthy food and nutrition, and I absolutely love my job and I love what I do, and doing these Recipe Wednesdays is something that is really fun and exciting for me, to make these really fun snacks that anybody can make. It's just about giving people some new and different ideas while we're all at home. We want to definitely make sure that we are, maintaining a good, healthy diet, and that we're staying healthy while we're at home. Of course, it's easy to, have some of those treats and have some of those snack foods, but we want to definitely make sure that we're sprinkling in the treats into an overall healthy diet. But that doesn't mean that it has to be boring, right? We can have some really healthy foods and snack foods that are fun and exciting and taste good and all that good stuff. So this week we are making watermelon pizza, and I'm also going to show you guys how you can make a really quick and easy watermelon pop. And we are kind of channeling summer here. It's a gray, overcast, sort of rainy day here in Toronto, so we definitely want to channel that sunshine and the beach and barbecues and getting together with our friends. Let's just channel all that energy and make this really amazing, healthy snack, okay? So I want to say hi to Carla. Hi, Carla, and hi, Michael. How are you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. If you guys have any questions while I'm talking, please feel free to post them in the comments, and I will answer. I will try and answer as I go. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is watermelons, okay? So why do I love watermelon so much? Well, first of all, I pretty much love any kind of fruit. There's so many health benefits to fruits just in general. Hi, Carla. And watermelon is just another one of those. And so not available all year round typically, but you will be finding watermelon coming into your grocery stores sort of starting now and into the summer. They are full of such good stuff. So the reason I love them is hydration. So, we should all be drinking tons of water, or probably more water than we're drinking. I know there are some days I go, oh man, did I have enough water today? I know I had a glass in the morning, I had a glass at lunch, but sometimes you want to fill in those gaps with other things that are hydrating. Watermelon is one of those fruits that can hydrate you. Without having a cup of water. There's so much water in watermelon, surprise, that this will count, towards your water for the day. Hi, I love watermelon. I know I do too. I really do. When you get a good one, it's just awesome. Another reason I love watermelon is it's full of fiber and it has vitamin C, which we all need. So vitamin C, your body doesn't make it, so you have to get it from food or supplements. And watermelon is a really obviously great way to get some vitamin C. As well, there's lycopene in here, which is an antioxidant. So any foods that are like red or pinkish hue contain lycopene, and that's a really healthy antioxidant that you want in your diet in general. And I'm going to show you how, by making this watermelon pizza, we're going to help our body absorb that lycopene a little bit more. Super fun. Hi, Angela. This is super fun. It's so exciting. So, little known fact, I actually worked on a watermelon farm in Australia many, many moons ago. And so I know how to pick the perfect watermelon. And I can tell you that working on a watermelon farm is no walk in the park. It is hard work. It is back-breaking work. But the best part about it is when you get a break in the middle of the day, you slice open a watermelon right off the vine, and it could not taste any better than in the heat of the Australia sun in the middle of the day when you're starving and you're thirsty and you just cut into one of these. I mean, it's amazing. So these dark small ones are actually called dragon heart watermelons, and that's because typically the inside is a deeper, richer, dark pink color or red color, more so than the bigger watermelons. But what you want to look for when you're picking a watermelon, Angela says she likes the ones with seeds so she can spit them out. They're hard to find now. Everything is seedless. Everything is absolutely seedless. But yeah, if you can find a watermelon with seeds, you can actually have those contests to see who can spit seeds the farthest if you're, you know, outside and you're allowed to do that. But how do you pick a good watermelon? How do you know? So you'll see lots of people like knocking on it, listening to it, picking it up, doing things like this. And what you want to look for is something that feels heavier than it should. So if you're looking at this and it's like, this has some really good weight to it, that's what you want to look for. You want to look for no major blemishes. So this part here is just where it was on the ground. So when it was growing, this part was down and on the ground. And this is where the vine came out here. So there's nothing wrong with this, but you want to make sure that there's no like soft pockets on the outside and that it's heavy for its size. So that's how you pick a good watermelon. And we are going to get right to our recipe today. So we know why it's good for us. We know why we should eat it. We know how to pick a good one. Now let's get to our awesome recipe. So of course, watermelon is one of those things. You can just chop the whole thing up and feed a whole room full of people. But if you serve a watermelon pizza, you're going to be the most popular person in the room. I guarantee it. So you need a very sharp knife, okay? The sharper the knife, the safer you are, okay? Because it's not sliding all over the place. And what we're going to do is actually cut the end right off, okay? Because we want to make a circle, like a pizza. So we're going to cut the end of this off. Oh, and you can already tell, look at the color of this. It just looks absolutely amazing. And it smells so fresh and so good. So we are actually going to make a couple of different pizzas here, and you guys can tell me in the comments what sort of toppings you would put on your watermelon pizza. I know what my kids would put on there. So we have here, you just cut a big circle out with a nice sharp knife, and I want you to look really closely. So this is a seedless watermelon, but actually all watermelon, including seedless, still have the seeds, but what they've done is basically modified it so that all the seeds are just really, really small and they don't grow to those big black watermelon seeds that we know. And so they just are so tiny you don't even notice and you just eat them. So like I said, seedless watermelon still has seeds, but they're just really, really tiny. Okay, so we have one circle and then we are gonna cut another one here. Okay, and you wanna be very careful when you're cutting. You want to make sure that, you know, all your fingers are out of the way and that you're not going to cut yourself. So we have another really big slice here. I'm just going to put this off to the side. All right, so we have our two. Can you guys see my table here? I think you can. All right, so we have our two big watermelons. Now, it's up to you at this point. You can all cut it at the beginning, so that you have the slices and then you can kind of decorate each slice as you go. Or what I like to do is make it like a pizza and then cut all of our slices out. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So we have here one of our smaller pizzas, one of our bigger pizzas, and then we're gonna start to put all of our toppings. So if you think of a pizza, right, you have the crust, you have the dough, and that's essentially what we have here. And then you have the pizza sauce. So obviously we're not going to put tomato sauce on our watermelon. So we are going to add a yogurt sauce. So this will be our pizza sauce for our watermelons. And now this is just plain Greek yogurt. You could use whatever you have. If you have a sweetened yogurt already, you can use that, a vanilla yogurt, whatever you like, go ahead and use it. I'm not saying that you go out and buy anything extra to make these recipes. I don't want you going out apart from your essential shopping trips. But look in your fridge, look what you have. And here we just have some plain Greek yogurt. I always have plain Greek yogurt in my fridge because I use it for multiple recipes and then for breakfast and parfaits and smoothies and all that good stuff. But I am gonna sweeten it up because this is kind of like, it's a snack, but it's also could be a dessert. So we're gonna sweeten up our sauce. And what I'm using is real maple syrup. Now, if you don't have maple syrup, of course you could use honey or whatever other sweetener that you have. And we're just gonna add a little bit of that just to sweeten it, just a touch, because I actually really like the tang of plain yogurt with this too, because the watermelon itself is already so sweet. You don't want it to be just sweet on sweet on sweet on sweet, right? All right, so we're just gonna mix this up, and I am actually gonna add, just to give it a little bit more richness, is vanilla extract. Okay, so just like a few drops of that, and that really makes this, like, people are like, ooh, what did you put in there? It's like that extra little element that no one can put their finger on, and they're just like, oh yeah. It's like when you put, you know, that extra vanilla in a batch of cookies or something, and it just gives it that amazing flavor. And this smell, I wish you guys could smell it. It smells so good right now. Okay, so we have our 2 watermelon pizzas here, and we're going to just put this right in the middle and just spread it around like this, okay? And now, if you don't love yogurt, you can also just drizzle this over top of your pizza as well. It is up to you. It's really like regular pizza. You want to customize it how you like it, right? You don't want to, you know, make something you're not going to eat, right? So we're going to put the rest of our yogurt on our big pizza here and really spread it around. And don't worry if you don't make it all the way to the edges. It's like a real pizza, right? You have that crust and you have the rind anyway. You don't need to put anything, you know, right to the rind. You're not going to eat that anyway. Although we used to have a dog that would eat watermelon rinds all day long. So if we had a birthday party and there were kids in the backyard eating watermelon and they would drop their rinds, he would grab it and run with it and eat it up. And it was hilarious. He loved watermelon, but really more so the rinds than the actual fruit. Okay, so here we have our base. Okay, so we have our watermelon, we have our sauce, our pizza sauce. You do need smell-o-vision, no kidding. I kind of wish that was a thing, and then at the same time, I don't wish that was a thing. I feel like if you turned it to the wrong channel at the wrong time, it might be a bad thing. But for cooking shows, yeah, I wish smell-o-vision existed. So here we have our delicious vanilla maple yogurt sauce on our pizzas. And now comes the fun part. So you get to top it however you want. So what I really like doing is sort of looking for those classic combinations, or you can mix it up and do whatever you want, okay? So our first one here on this little guy, I'm actually going to do sort of a tropical theme, and we're gonna add some pineapple. So I have here strawberry and pineapple that I've just cut up. And when you're thinking about pizza, right? Who likes Hawaiian pizza? Post in the comments there if you like Hawaiian pizza or what your favorite actual pizza is. And then let's see if we can think of ways to recreate it in a dessert form. Okay, because that's kind of what we're doing here with the pineapple. Don't worry, we're not putting ham on here, or cheese for that matter. But it is kind of fun to see, you know, if you had a Hawaiian pizza theme for a party or Hawaiian theme party, that you could have Hawaiian pizza and then make these for dessert. And I think that would be something really fun to do. All right, so we have our pineapple on there, and you just spread it out all over the place. And then we're gonna add coconut. All right, so whatever coconut you have, we have an unsweetened shredded coconut here. And oh yeah, you guys love Hawaiian pizza. I love it too. And you know what, when I was growing up, I didn't like pizza at all, which my poor parents, I didn't like pizza, and my brother didn't like pop. And so back, you know, in the 80s, it was like, get a pizza and a 2-liter bottle of pop. And that was dinner, but not for our family because we were terrible like that. I mean, who doesn't like pizza, right? But I like it now. I like pizza now. And I love Hawaiian pizza. It's so good. So we are going to put coconut on here. And how amazing is that? Simple and delicious, okay? And see, how good does that look? It looks so good. All right, we have some other pizza toppings that we like. Feta cheese with my watermelon, yes. So lately, I'd say in the last few years, feta watermelon salads or feta watermelon kebabs have really become popular. And it is amazing how good those two flavors are together. I think it's the salty and the sweet and the savory, and it's just, there's something about it that is so delicious. And throw some mint in there. Ugh, oh my God, so good. All right, so you know I'm not just gonna leave it at pineapple and coconut, right? Because that's what I do. Yum to coconut, wonderful, feta and olives. Feta and olives. Now olives are something I could never wrap my head around. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it on my subs, but that's okay. Whatever you guys like. I wouldn't put olives on here, but olives on your pizza, go for it. That's a great thing about pizza, right? You can make it your own. You can really, you know, you absolutely do what you want, and everybody else can do what they want. So now what I'm doing, and I like this obviously for the health benefits, but also just because it makes it look really pretty. And it's a pizza and it's a dessert, and you think this is what you want to do. You want to make it look really nice. And what I've done is put chia seeds on there. You guys see that? Nice chia seeds. So that is our pizza. That is our first one. So we have the sauce, pineapple, coconut, chia seeds. Simple, absolutely simple. And we're going to cut into that, and I'll put it over here, and I can show you guys that a little bit later. So all you do is take your big sharp knife and then cut it into, probably this one will go into about 6 pieces, I would say. And how much fun is that? Right? Look at this. Look at this pizza slice. How cool is that? Right? That's pretty fun. I think so. All right, so we're gonna just move this one pizza over here. And then we're gonna make our second pizza before I get to our pops. And I'm gonna show you how to make, honestly, the easiest recipe in the world. It's fantastic. All right, so we're back to our basic here. We have our sauce. And hi to Sheila. Hi, here. Oh, delicious, cool, yum, looks good, right? Doesn't it? I know, it's so good. So now we're gonna change it up. And I wanna show you some of the toppings that I have. Rain, can you do me a favor? Oh, actually, never mind. I just needed to wipe my hands. I've got one here. All good. So, I'm going to show you some of the toppings that I have that I really like. Rachel says that looks delicious. Thank you. Wendy says it looks amazing, right? And it's so simple, but it is so much fun. Okay, so like you saw before, I have fresh strawberries are one of the toppings that I like. You saw the coconut. Nuts, if you're not allergic to nuts, are a great topping. So I have some pistachios that I shelled here, which they are a little bit salty. So can you imagine the salt and the sweet? So good. Dried fruit. Any kind of dried fruit that you have lying around would be a good option too. It's a little bit sweet. These are goji berries here. We have pepitas, so these are the middle of a pumpkin seed. You can use sunflower seeds, poppy seeds, sesame seeds, whatever you have lying around, especially if you're allergic to nuts. Seeds are a really excellent option. My kids' favorite one, chocolate chips. You could throw those on there. And then we have, you know I'm gonna throw hemp hearts in eventually. Hemp hearts and everything. Okay, so for this one, what do you guys think I should put on it? I was thinking of doing strawberry because fruit on top of fruit is amazing. So we're gonna just put some of our strawberry pieces. And it doesn't matter, you can leave them whole, you can take your time and make it really extra pretty and perfect if you want. But, you know, I think these are the kind of desserts and fun snacks that it doesn't have to be perfect, right? You just throw it on there, do what works for you. And I think it looks fantastic. It doesn't have to be, you know, all perfectly matched up or lined up. You can just get the fruit on there, make sure there's some on every piece, and you're good to go. So we put our strawberries on this one. Should we put chocolate on this one? What do you think, guys? Should we put chocolate on this one? I think I am gonna put chocolate on this one. I heard a yes from over here, from the other room. I think because they're gonna be eating it later, they probably want some chocolate. Maybe we'll put chocolate on this one. I am gonna put pistachios. So can you guys see this? Let me see here. I'm gonna put pistachios, and the reason I love pistachios is they are such a bright, beautiful green color. They look so nice in recipes, and they are sometimes a flavor that people don't expect, you know, like you don't get pistachios all the time when you order stuff, or it's not, you know, that common an ingredient. So here we have strawberries and pistachios, and Ampy says, sure, of course, Sylvia says, of course. You should put chocolate on there. All right, so I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put some chocolate on there and fill in all the little gaps. And that's kind of what's fun about this too, is, you know, you're trying to fill all these little areas on here with your ingredients, which is super fun. And it just looks so nice, you know, doesn't it? I think this looks pretty amazing. There we go. Maybe we'll put a couple more here on the edges. All right, so this looks pretty incredible. And like I said, I can't leave anything alone. Chocolate, yeah, you know I'm putting chocolate. So colorful, right? I mean, how pretty is that? You have the pink from the watermelon, and then look at all of this. I would like a chocolate drizzle. Now, Angela, you might be asking a little bit too much there. No, I think if I was more prepared, I would totally do a chocolate drizzle. That's a great idea, actually. And then we're gonna just, to make it look extra pretty, some hemp hearts, okay? And these just like, they just look like sprinkles. But what they're adding is a little bit of protein, some healthy fats, omega-3s and omega-6s, some calcium, potassium, magnesium, all that good stuff, all in these tiny little hemp hearts. So there you have it, guys. There's our second pizza. Doesn't it look great? Sweet and salty with the chocolate and pistachios. Yeah, I think this one might be our afternoon snack here. I think that looks so good. All right, so we're gonna put this one aside and I'm gonna show you how to make the world's easiest dessert watermelon pops, okay? So we're gonna bring our big watermelon back here, and we've already cut out, you know, the big side. So we're gonna do another big pizza slice, okay? Right here. And then I'm gonna show you guys, I discovered this kind of hack years ago, and I couldn't believe that I hadn't thought of this before. It really is one of those things where you're like, really? That's so easy. So I'm cutting it into 8 pieces. Oh, and you know what? I found a seed. I found a seed. It's not seedless. Yeah, see? Little watermelon seed. Maybe we'll plant it in our garden. See if we can grow some of our own watermelons. All right. So you could eat it just like this, of course. It's delicious. It's good for you, right? You don't need to do anything to it. But you know how sometimes you buy a watermelon and then you have a lot left over and you don't know what to do with it? Here's something you can do. So you take the rind end, make a little cut right in the middle, okay, like this, and you stick in a popsicle stick or whatever you have, all right, right in there, and you have a watermelon pop. Now, you could stop here and you could eat it, or just stick this in the freezer for like an hour or two, and then it's frozen. It's like a popsicle, a frozen watermelon popsicle. You don't have to blend it. You don't need molds. You don't need anything. This is all you need. And then if you want to take it to the next level, you have your yogurt. You can make that sweetened yogurt stuff. You can dip it in all the yogurt, put some chocolate chips, hemp hearts, some whatever you want on top. Put that on a baking sheet in the freezer. Just line a whole bunch of them up. And then you have yogurt covered, or yogurt and chocolate covered, or yogurt and nut covered watermelon pops for whenever you want them. Super easy to do, okay? Super, super easy to do. And if you have a watermelon that doesn't have any seeds, you can press some chocolate chips in there to make it look like it has some watermelon seeds. And then you could freeze it. And then it's just that extra little hint of chocolate, which seems to be very popular with you guys and me. I'm a big chocolate lover, but look, there you go. And then you have your little watermelon pop, and you can freeze it, and it's a really great snack on a hot summer day, which is what we're channeling, right? That hot summer day. Now, if you guys have any questions about what I've done here today, you can ask them right now in the comment section, or you can give us a follow over on Hockey Snacks, send me a message there, or you can comment on this video. I'm so happy to do these Recipe Wednesdays with you guys, and if you have any ideas for us in the future, please let us know. We're happy to take your ideas, and if there's something you want to see, I'm happy to make it for you. But this was really fun. So we have our watermelon pizzas, we have our watermelon pops. I hope that you guys like these recipes. Wonderful idea. I want summer to come soon so I can make these. I know, Wendy, I do too. And the next couple of days are looking kind of yucky here in Toronto. So I'm hoping that at least next week, maybe we'll have a little bit more sunshine and can get a little bit more fresh air and go outside and, you know, just feel the sun on our face. It would be nice, wouldn't it? And then we have a reason to eat watermelon pops. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much again. And I want to thank Community Living Toronto for having me every week. We will be here Wednesday at 3 o'clock making a recipe for you guys. This was super fun. And again, I'm Shauna Thomas. If you have any questions, please get in touch anytime. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you next week.